let's get it. Let's take out these angry robots. Welcome back.
Alarm. I hate alarm. A warning to you is over. This is a secure, government facility. You should be respected again. If authorization or you will be preserved. What are you eat? Prone for upgrade and not be equipped in 100 frequently but be pursued while interpreters away repair that your species is from secure government facility.
Well done, Rangers. Good to see the place up and running. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the reason you're here. As you may know, I have a daughter and 2 sons, Liberty, Valor, and Victory. 2 of them conspired against me, and the third blackens the Buchanan name with every breath he takes. Consequently, I banished him. They've been skulking in the shadows ever since, but lately there's been rumors that I'm on my last legs. Lies, of course, but apparently my dear children believe them, and they've started making new plans. Protection? You think I need protection? Stop trying to be smart and listen. I'm not worried about my children defeating me, Rangers. They won't. Not even Liberty. What worries me is the destruction they'll wreak as they fail. They'll tear my land and my people to shreds. They'll burn everything I've accomplished to ash. That's why they have to be stopped before they can start. That's why you, Rangers, have to find them and bring them home to me ASAP. And when I say bring them home, I mean bring them home alive. They're my blood. Kill them and we'll have a problem. Do I make myself clear? Good. Then let me tell you where they are.
This guy wants me to bring back his kids
Victory's
alive.
holed up in Aspen. Valor's under the protection of the Gippers in Denver. And Liberty's raising an army against me somewhere out on the Eastern Plains.
What's wrong with
Anything
these
else
kids?
you need to know? Name them. Understandable. I'll have Joe send you a few things once we get back to Broadmoor Heights. What do you want to know? Divided loyalty, that's why. I trust my guards, but they don't leave my side. Ever. Everybody else is making plans for when I'm gone. The 100 families, the Gippers, the Marshalls, they're all out for themselves. And they know my kids would make good figureheads, give them some legitimacy. Any Coloradan I send to bring Vic, Val, and Libby back home might think they'll get a better deal elsewhere. But not you. I'm the only one who can save your people. Nobody else can get supplies to Arizona before they starve to death. That's why it's you who's doing this. You've got the only loyalty that works. The loyalty of self-interest. Boy's never been right in the head. Since he was a baby, he'd tortured cats, terrorized the servants, set the house on fire, and he's only gotten worse.
So
The
these
things
kids
he's
are
done
crazy.
to the women he finds. Anyway, I finally had enough and put the little monster under house arrest up in Aspen. Guess they weren't prepared because he escaped a while ago and then came back with a gang of freaks and turned the place into a slaughterhouse. Now he's on the radio, laughing about what he's gonna do to his hostages and daring me to come after him. He, claims he's captured some rangers as well. Don't get your hopes up. Vic likes to play with hostages. Might not be much left by the time you find them. Soft, spoiled, fiddled with computers all day instead of learning the arts of diplomacy and war. Finally packed him off when he accidentally crashed my security systems right before his sister's little coup attempt. Made him my official ambassador to the Gippers, hoping he'd do to their systems what he'd done to mine. That was a mistake. He took his revenge by convincing them to cut off oil shipments to my city. No oil means no heat, no light, and no food for my people. So getting Valor back and resuming oil shipments from the Gippers has to happen now. No, but the Gippers are tough and well armed, and Denver's a death trap. Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. Problem is, she'd run it as a goddamn slave state. Everyone in chains, everyone working for her. Wouldn't worry about her for now, though. Best to wait until you got a little more firepower. She's gonna be well protected. She's already tried once. Got all the way to the
These kids
palace
are
steps
freaking
before we
crazy.
chased her off. She's been licking her wounds out east ever since. You'd better. Anything else? Uh-huh. The last dregs of a treacherous family. Thought I'd wiped them out years ago, but mistakes linger, Rangers. I know that better than most. Possibly, but I know the Dorseys from the old days. They don't take orders well. Then again, I wouldn't have guessed they'd have the guts to attack both you and Colorado Springs at the same time. So somebody put some fire in them. My staff and I coordinated the details of your arrival using coded transmissions on radio frequencies. Obviously, they were not. And you paid for it. I take full risk. Good. What else do you need? Of course. She's having... Why don't you go give her a hand? Show us what the Rangers can do.
Talk to Sheriff Daisy in downtown Colorado Springs.
That's what I like to hear. All right, let's move out.
Did I level up again? weapon can be broken down into spare parts by field stripping, and if you have a very low bar skills, you can sometimes get better price from merchants for parts. HQ brakes and Merc arm.
Rangers, come talk to me when you've got a moment. Want to discuss staffing and recruit. Good job, Rangers. Nice to be able to hear ourselves think again. And now that it's quiet enough to talk, let me reintroduce you to the great Sergei Greatsky, who's going to be helping you with...
Hi again, Ray. And howdy. Should be more recruits arriving soon. Ready to tell me how you want to fill out your squad? Of course. Ask away. Well...
Well, Sergei won't blow his own horn, so I'll do it for him. He's Colorado's greatest war hero. Fought by the Patriarch's side from the beginning and saved the old man's life about 100 times, right, Sergei?
75. Cops. Now, let me tell you about Mr. Slick here. Nobody knows the streets and alleys of Colorado Springs, or the people that live there, better than dashing Darius Kwan.
You're too kind, Sergei. Yeah, I was getting a little itchy doing the same old in the marshals.
And retirement was driving me stir-crazy. Just sitting around listening to the paint peel. I jumped at the chance to help you folks out.
It's no lie that I've been looking to leave the marshals, but you're right. That's not the whole story. The Patriarch asked me to keep an eye on you, so...
And I am truly sick of retirement. But,
so are these two guys you played
I'm doing the Patriarch a favor, too.
Let's say...
Liaisons.
The Patriarch wants you to succeed, and he knows it's not going to be easy. You're strangers in a strange land.
You don't know the politics. You don't know the personalities. Who hates who? Where the bodies are buried.
That's where we come in. We're here to make sure you don't make too many rookie mistakes, step on the wrong toes. And yeah, we're supposed to report back to the Patriarch about how you're doing. But you didn't really expect to be left completely to your own devices, did you?
Not sure exactly. We came by a week and a half ago and it was stone quiet.
We were gonna get the place cleaned up before you got here. But then the Dorseys attacked the city, so it got put on the back burner.
Something must have triggered the security systems between then and now. Could have been anything. Patriarch chased out the last big gang maybe 10 years back. Before that, all kinds of bandits, militias, and cults have lived here since the deluge.
Recently, it's been mostly outlaws and refugees. We should check around to see if there are any current occupants.
Could be what set off the alarms.
Around these parts, we call the nuclear apocalypse the deluge of fire, because, well, that's what it was.
Noah's flood was the deluge of water. The nukes were the deluge of fire. Gonzalez? He's a whiz with stuff like that. The AI will allow you to give the vehicle orders in combat without having to be inside it. Basically, it'll become another member of your squad.
Copy.
Okay, what's next? My advice is to put together a squad with complementary skills. Nobody can be great at everything. So, pick recruits who are good at things your current team isn't. And you can always round out your squad with folks you meet along the way. Keep that in mind when you're choosing from the recruits I've rounded up.
Butterfly. Shell Shock. Professor Higgs.
Listen, I can get you all the fighting troops you need. But if you meet any talented people in your travels, don't hesitate to sign them up. Now that we've got that sorted, let's talk about the next steps. Now, you're the boss here, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but getting this place up and running wouldn't be a bad place to start. That means surveying the base and finding specialists to staff it. Perfect. That'll give you a chance to see if any of the junk around here is worth keeping before I toss it all out. After that, anyway, your call. Colorado Springs is straight out the main gate. If you want to go to Denver or Aspen, just hop back in your car and go out the way you came in.
One sec. Forgive me for saying so, but I'm guessing you folks are going to need as much help in the field as you will here in HQ. So, what if I joined your squad? At least until you find your feet. Well, I know this city like the back of my hand. And this city knows me. My plus, I'm a sure shot and a decent scrapper. And, though it hurts my civic pride to say it, there are places around here where those things might come in handy. Great. I'm at lead the way.
I need to rest a spell. Catch my breath. That all right with you? I'm still healing up. Go out and find your footing while I get back on my feet. Oh man, more every day. This place is nice and all. Kind of majestic with all the mountains and wild weather, but it's hard to enjoy it when I know everybody back home is dying by inches. We gotta finish up our business with the Patriarch and get the supplies he promised us back home. People are counting on us. My folks are counting on us. Sorry, I just want to get this done. Later.
Systems active. Greetings, Rangers. Systems active.
Treacherous said we can start earning some goodwill by helping his marshals deal with the remainder of Elizabeth. We should talk to Sheriff Daly as the marshal had
How can you be dead?
It's not fair! It's not fair!
Please! Have mercy on your nothing wrong! I hope you got...
How the hell did these Dorseys get into the city?
We ain't gonna face for our lives.
Oh, someone please help my boy!
Howdy, Judge. How's your heart? Still colder than a well digger's ass?
Marshal Quan. Impertinent Rangers, I am magistrate. They are the only instrument of justice we need. Serious offenders die by exposure. Sometimes I might grant a reprieve after frostbiters claim their extremities. Oh, to the contrary. It is more merciful than the punishments meted out by the mountain clans or the gangs of the plains. If we did any less, they would see our nation as weak. And as much as... I follow principles
I
set
do all
forth
this,
at the
like, reading
second
and
founding
stuff
of
like
this
that.
city,
Like, this
as
game
you
is slow
know
when it
very
comes,
well.
like, this talking.
Without all for some offenses, we have a work camp on the plains. I don't approve of their methods, but it's outside my jurisdiction. Minor infractions like public drunkenness or disorderly conduct are punished by a short stay in the sheriff's lockup. Proceed. Indeed.
Have mercy on your soul, Colorado! My son's done nothing wrong! Someone please help my boy! Left the party at the lake! Please, my son's not a Dorsey. Let him go.
No mercy on your souls, Colorado.
My son's done nothing wrong.
No regret, no repentance.
Oh, someone
We'll have
please
our
help
revenge.
my boy.
You ain't seen the last of us. Death to Buchanan!
Please, my son's
Death to
not
the
a
100
Dorsey.
stinking families!
Let him go.
If Dorsey lives, he'll kill you all.
Done nothing wrong.
Buchanan! This is a Hunter Stinker family!
Oh, someone please help my boy! Please, my son's not a Dorsey. Let him go.
No regret, no
My
repentance!
son's done nothing wrong. Oh, someone please help my boy.
You got business with McTavish? Come into the machine shop. If not, then fuck off.
I'm trying to go fight those things, take out those Darcys.
Fuck off, we're busy. Oh, did I stutter? I said, fuck off.
I'm busy! Piss off!
So
Hey,
these
I'm
mofos
working
wanna talk.
here! I'm busy! Piss off! Get the fuck out of here!
So none of them wants to talk. Yes, I want to leave there. There's no one to freaking talk to in there. Waste my time, not even go in there. I'm gonna go fight some monsters. Some enemies.
If it's too dangerous for you, Marshals, maybe Marshals! Finally! I was beginning to think you were never going to help... Hold on now. You aren't Marshals. You look like ruffians. Are you here to see the sheriff? Well, I'm first. I've been waiting here on tenterhooks for an hour. Forgive me. That was unkind. I must know how the sheriff intends to rescue. That may be, but my family is one of the leading families of Colorado Springs. We have been longtime allies of the Patriarch and supporters of all he stands for. Surely that should be given some consideration. Well, you look capable enough, but I don't know you from Adam. Why, you might be robbers or bandits. No. Thanks all the same, but I think I'll continue to wait on the proper authorities. Sheriff Daisy, I will not leave until you speak to me. Deputy Torres, please. You have to let me talk to the sheriff.
Well, now, you must be the Rangers. I'm the sheriff around here, but you can call me Daisy. Old Saul tells me you're a bunch of badasses, and I ain't one to turn away a badass. Especially, I reckon you already heard all about the Dorsey raid, so I won't bore you with the details. Suffice it to say, we whooped 'em good, and the survivors are holed up in the Garden of the Gods with a bunch of hostages. Thing is, I lost a lot of marshals. My boys and girls are tired and beat up. You want to make some fast friends around here? You could go into the garden and speak to those Dorseys for us. Maybe find out how the hell they got into the city in the first place.
And by speak, You mean shoot the everlasting shit out of them and save those hostages, right, boss?
Quan, I hear you're some fancy liaison now. Old Saul taking my people without even asking? How dare he? Anyway, yes, you rascal. That's exactly what I mean. But question him first, you hear?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
That girl, you think I ain't heard her yapping? But I got a couple of 50 other people yapping at me too. Tell you what though, her people are 100 family folks from the fancy side of town, so they got some pull. You can do me a big favor and kill 2 birds with 1 stone if you take little Miss Wesson with you when you go to save them. In fact, I'm going to insist on it. I need that girl out of my hair. I'll let Lipinski know you're bringing her along. He won't let you into the garden without her. Don't worry. She knows which end of the gun the bullets come out of. Go in there and kick some ass, Rangers.
I'm not sure why the sheriff didn't assign me marshals, but, well, beggars can't be choosers. I am the Miss Wesson she spoke of. Lucia Wesson, daughter of Percival Wesson and Maria Reyes of the 100 Families. As Sheriff Daisy told you, they and some of our neighbors were no good traitors, that's what they are. Used to be 100 Families, like us, but rotten. Backstabbers, every one of them. At least that's what my father says. They rebelled against the patriarch before I was born, and were driven from the city. I was always told they were dead and gone. It seems I was misinformed. It's a project of the Ward family, a showcase for their know-how. They grow food there using the latest technologies. Colorado Springs leads the world in science. But there are plenty of places to hide in the garden. The Dorseys could be laying for us anywhere. We shall have to be cautious. Certainly. My father taught me to shoot almost before I could walk, and I'm the best shot in the city.
Oh, it's true. She's a prodigy, all right. Also a pain in the ass.
No. But I have hunted. There's no need to worry that I will be shy about pulling the trigger. I promise, strangers, if it is to save my family, I will not hesitate. I know very little about you, strangers. And even if I trusted you as I would a friend, it is still my family who the Dorseys threaten. I must go. At last.
Not fair!
Done nothing wrong!
How can you be dead?
Oh, someone please help my boy! Let him go!
How can you be dead?
My son's done nothing wrong! Rangers, you told me that we were going to save my family. This isn't the way to the Garden of the Gods. And if you don't plan to honor your word, I'm glad. Oh, someone please help my boy!
Which way is to this Garden of the Gods?
Extra, extra! Cowardly attack on Colorado Springs!
Oh, darn it, Martha. Why else would I even keep a shotgun around if I don't use it?
Garden of the Gods is just north of Market Square. Marshal Lupinski should be out front.
You won't be scared of a scrawny
This
old
here's
man.
Market Square. The Arapahoe Garage is just outside the city gates. My old friend Doc Parker
Jesus,
set up a
Moses,
clinic.
vicious
Parker's the best
That's
doctor
a bomb
in
under my
town.
stall, ain't it?
Yeah, hell of
Crap cakes. Well, I guess that takes care of the landmine. I'm back in business.
I heard we had some new arrivals wash on in. Military types, they said. Well, much.
Marsh,
My apologies, Miss West. I meant no disrespect. Best of luck to you, and it's the Garden of the Gods. Rocks, experimental farms, and now those Dorseys. Nope. No room for amateurs in this town. You hear? No room.
I'm going to go fight him. I just want to get into battle. I wish I would have started streaming earlier today.
Hello? Whoever just came up from the city, come in. It's Bellamy Ward. There are Dorseys all over the garden. I'm pinned down on a high ledge. Can you reach me? Oh, thank God. I'll call out if I see you, as long as it's safe. Hey! You on the ledge! Hands up! Oh no. They found me.
Get down from there, or we're coming up! Oh yeah? Why not? Hey! Well, where did you come from? Back the hell off, or you're dead! You saying I'm a child? You're the one... I'll slash off some bacon flank! We're in it now.
left again.
Did the Patriarch send you? I'm sorry. I need to warn you. The Dorseys are gathering up ahead between the Gateway Rocks.
Bellamy! Bellamy, look at me. Have you seen my family? Are they here?
Lucia? I thought you were with your family. Oh, thank God you're not. Thank God. They went up ahead with their hostages, but... Lucia, I heard gunfire and screaming. You need to be ready for the worst.
If they've done anything to my people, I'm going to end them all.
Please do. I'll tell whatever I can to help. It's not much, but... My name is Bellamy Ward. I'm a scientist. I invented the solar collectors and experimental farms on top of the rocks. I was calibrating the solar arrays when the Dorseys came through here, herding their hostages with them. So I hid up here and kept out of sight. They're savages. Animals. They beat those people. Laughed at them when they begged for their lives. The kids were screaming, so they beat them too. Then they dragged them all further on, toward their camp. God, no, I was stalling for time. If I had a few hours and the right chemicals, though, I could have prepared quite a surprise for them. A while ago, we found some old, non-functional solar panels from before the deluge of fire. I couldn't figure out their function at first, until I recovered a microcircuitry board and developed a laser spectrography process. I realized that I could help solve some of the electrical generation issues that have always been a problem for the city. The PALs, photon amplification lenses. They harness and focus the ambient light. It's fascinating, actually. They polarize the waves and create constructive interference. Normally, they maintain a stable temperature for the plants, but they can be adjusted to help power the solar collectors, or even thaw frozen components. I once coupled a PAL with a dynamic cross-photon matrix. I was trying to cook some bison steaks, but it incinerated the whole fire pit, melted the entire grill. Goes to show what can happen if you put it decimal. I think they took everyone to their camp, just past the Gateway Rocks.
What about my family, Belle?
Last I saw them, they were all right. They were scared and a little banged up, but they were still alive. You saved my life. I won't forget it.
Dang, he's dying. The deluge is coming.
This is gonna be explosive!
Major Tomcat. They know it is horrible. Thing wrong one. Was a miss.
Keep for the kill.
Dang, it's a freaking miss.
That's it.
How do I get a nitro spike?
in that? No. Can't see a thing. I don't know if they're here or not. I can't... Come on. Let's find the monsters who did this. That was one of the Skylar girls, I think. Seems like we ought to leave her alone. Feels an awful lot like grave robbing.
ready for vengeance.
Starting at level 4, your rangers will earn a perk point. Every other level, perk points are used to unlock powerful abilities and passive bonuses. Perks become as you upgrade your skills.
I'm Isaac Reed. On behalf of all of us here, I want to offer our unconditional surrender. As proof of our goodwill, I want to tell you that the culprits got into town with help from Farron Brago's organization, and...
Isaac, how could you? How could you throw in with these people? How could you let them take my family? Where are my parents and my little brother?
They're in the grave you passed on the way here. They didn't suffer, Lucia. I promise. Baby, look, I didn't mean it to go this way. I tried to stop them. I really did. I begged.
Stop talking right now.
We thought we were in the right. The Dorseys promised that we could take down the Patriarch. They didn't say anything about murdering hostages.
What about all the other people they killed? Or was that part okay with you, Isaac?
It was Emilius Dorsey. He went looking for your family, Lucia. Your family especially. That's why I got you out of your house before the raid. I didn't want anything to happen to you.
You didn't want anything to happen to me? So you let savages abduct and murder my family. You knew what they meant to me. You knew...
But you're still alive, Lucia. Don't you see? You're still alive, and that's what matters most to me. He escaped. He took some vehicles and headed west into the mountains. I don't think he was planning to come back. We've been under the Patriarch's boot for 50 years. We say that the 100 families are in charge, but it's really just his family. Just him. I know you must think I'm a fuzzy-headed idealist, but this society's sick. It needs to change. Farron Brago's gang helped them get into town. I don't know how or why. And I overheard Nelius say something about Liberty Buchanan, the Patriarch's daughter. I think she's going to attack Colorado Springs. It sounded like she's gathering an army out in the plains. Something way worse than the Dorseys.
I have heard enough. If your betrayal of my family was not sufficient, your treachery here most certainly is. In the name of the Patriarch, I sentence you.
Please, Lucia, I did this for you. All I ever meant was to help build a better world for you. For all of us. I can't tell you how much I regret. Please don't kill me. Please.
A better way? I can't think of one. Not after what he did to my family. You want to let him walk away from what he's done? I have justice right here in the palm of my hand. I am more than happy to mete it out. I would be delighted to be its instrument.
Thank you.
Come in, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. We're getting reports of shooting in your last known location at Garden of the Gods. What's your status? Over. Copy that, November 1. Dispatching an arrest team now. Good job getting those sons of bitches. Over.
Alright guys, I guess this is gonna be it for tonight for my stream. It was a pleasure playing this game. I have to get the hang of it. It's more faster paced than XCOM 2.
You let Isaac live? After he gave aid and comfort to the enemies of the Patriarch? After he helped them kill my family? You let him live? Why arrest him when you killed all those others? What made him special? I'll be the keeper of my own conscience, thank you. I am a grown woman. You have no right to make these decisions for me. Forgive me. I appreciate the thought. This is just... I suppose you're right, though. It is better not to have such a thing weighing on my soul. But the people who are truly responsible, Nelius Dorsey and Liberty Buchanan, I will bring justice to their doors. Will you help me find them? You can count on my guns every step of the way. Of course. Good. You've got yourselves a bargain, Rangers. We should go after Nelius Dorsey first. Isaac said he headed west into the mountains. No doubt he plans to hole up at one of the old resorts from before the bombs fell. I don't think we're ready to face him yet, though. Nelius will be dug in, I expect, and he'll have all his best people with him. He only left behind the expendables in the garden.
I thought she said she was gonna follow orders, not give them.
For now, we should head back to the sheriff.
Alright, that's it for me tonight, guys. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. It's a pleasure to play. Ninja out. End of stream.